Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial in my channel. We have 2x squared plus x minus 6 less than 0. It is a quadratic inequality. We are asked to show our solution set on the number line. So the first thing is to solve the left hand side. We factorize out the left hand side. Now I want to use the factorization method. This is a quadratic. We're going to obtain two factors. Now we know our A. Our A is the coefficient of the leading term, and b is the coefficient of the x term, and c is the constant. Now we look for factors of AC. AC is 2 multiplied to negative 6. That gives us negative 12. All right. So we look for the factors of negative 12. We look for the factors of negative 12. We have plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 4, plus minus 6, plus minus 12. So we have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There are 12 factors for the number negative 12. Now we have to look in this list, and only two elements of this set will satisfy the condition that their product will give us negative 12 and their sum will give us 1. Only two elements of this set. And so choosing carefully, we'll get 4 and negative 3. 4 multiplied to negative 3, it gives us negative 12. 4 plus negative 3 gives us 1. These are the only two elements from this set. And so we're going to rewrite the left-hand side, replacing this coefficient of x. Remember, if nothing is written, we know it is 1. There's a 1 hiding there. So we'll replace this 1 with 4 and 3. And so we'll have 2x squared plus 4 minus 3x minus 6 less than 0. Now we open out this bracket. We have 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 less than 0. If we consider this first two, we see 2x is common. So we factorize out 2x. We're going to have x plus 2. And when we look at the next two terms, we see negative 3 is common. So we have minus 3 outside, and then we're going to have x plus 2 less than 0. Pay attention in this factorization. You must always check to see if you did the factorization correctly by opening back this bracket to see if you get back there. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3 times positive 2 gives us negative 6. So this factorization here is okay. Here we don't have much to worry about because it's just all positive terms. Now, look at it. We find x plus 2 again is common. So the factorization process continues. We bring out x plus 2 into, when we remove it, we're going to left here with 2x. When we remove it, we're going to left here with negative 3 less than 0. Now, this quadratic inequality has been written in a factorized form as x plus 2 into 2x minus 3 less than 0. From here, we now have to look for the critical points. The critical points are gotten when we set this equal to 0 and solve for x, and set this equal to 0 and solve for x. So we set x plus 2 equal to 0. That means the first critical point is negative 2. We'll carry this positive 2 to the right hand side. And we'll also set this 2x minus 3 equal to 0. That means the next critical point will be 3 all over 2. Now we'll now go on the number line. We'll now go on the number line and we indicate those critical points. Now we're going to test values on these three zones. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. We're going to test values there to see which one will give us less than 0 when we slot that value in this left hand side. Are we going to have less than 0? Remember, less than 0 means negative. When we take any value from here, let's start from this first zone. If we take any value from here, for example, negative 3. Negative 3 is in this zone. If we replace x with negative 3, are we going to obtain a negative result? Let's do that quickly. Remember this expression in factorized form, here is it. So we're going to work with this factorized form to make our work much more clearer. All right, let's take a value here, negative 3, and put here. Negative 3 plus 2 is going to give us negative 1. It's going to give us negative 1. All right, we'll put negative 3 here. 2 multiplied to negative 3 is negative 6. Minus 3 is going to give us negative 9. Remember, we are doing multiplication. This multiplied to that. So we have negative 1 multiplied to that is going to give us positive. Now, we are interested only in negative results. So this zone is cancelled out. We don't have solution in that zone. Now, we take the next zone. Any value from negative 2, in between negative 2 and 3 all over 2. We can see clearly that 0 is a very good choice. 0 is in this zone. Let's test out 0. We'll put 0 for x. When we put 0 here, we're going to have positive 2. Multiply 2. When we put 0 here, we have negative 3. Negative 3. This gives us negative 6. So we obtain a negative result in conformity with our sign up there. It therefore means that this zone is a good zone for solutions. Now let's test this other zone. Let's take a value in this zone. This is already 3 all over 2, 1.5. So we can take 2. 2 is already in this zone. Now let's take 2 and see the result that we obtain. And we'll put 2 here. 2 plus 2 is 4. And we'll put 2 here. 2 multiplied to 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now 4 multiplied to 3 is plus 4. But we are interested in negative values. So this zone is cancelled out. And so what do we see? We now see that our solution is found in the zone where we have negative 2 less than x less than 3 all over 2. This is our solution set for this quadratic inequality. All values of x between negative 2 and 3 all over 2. And so to show that on the number line, we just wipe off what we had here and we draw another number line. And we indicate our negative 2, 3 all over 2. Now, the border values are not part of the solution because here we have the strict inequality. And so we're going to have open circle. This border value here, there's also a strict inequality. X can never be equal to 1.5. Never be equal to. But remember, if it were like this, it means it can be equal to. But we have the strict inequality. It can never be equal to. So we have another open circle. And so we write x here. So this solution set on the number line is shown as such.